Hi there, welcome to Black Gumbo Southern Gardening, where sometimes we cook what we grow. Today we're going to make some jalapeno poppers. Come along. Now these are jalapeños. These are Pantera Jalapeños. They are a hybrid that I purchased the seeds from Johnny's Select Seeds. And I've grown these and I'm very impressed. They're large, they are very flavorful. And what I discovered is they are spicy, but it's a slow burn. You eat it, you think, wow, what a sweet pepper, and then all of a sudden you get that spice, it hits you. I'm going to use these to make some poppers today, and I know that on YouTube there are hundreds and hundreds of recipes out there, most of them pretty similar. You've got several variations. You've got split down the middle, filled with cream cheese and put in the oven. You've got them filled with cream cheese, wrapped with bacon, filled with cream cheese, topped with bacon, filled with cream cheese, put in a batter and fried. We're just going to put them filled with cream cheese, but we're going to spice up that cream cheese a little bit with some herbs and some onions and some cheese. And we're going to wrap them in bacon and put them in the oven. So let me show you how easy it is. First, we're going to start out with our jalapenos. If you're buying them from the store, you might like to search out the bigger ones. I like the bigger ones. Some people prefer them small. But I only have one block of cream cheese, which certainly would not fill all those peppers. So I'm going to select 4 of them, and I'm going to use these for my recipe, and the others I'll save for another day. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut these in half and core them. Now I like to try to leave stem on both pieces, both halves, but that's not always possible. So what we're going to do is open it up, take a spoon and get this pith out. The pith is where the heat really is. If you want to keep some of that heat, you can take this pith, separate it from the seeds, and chop it up and put some of it into your cream cheese. That gives you a little more spicier popper. Otherwise, this outside portion of the jalapeno generally isn't that spicy. That's where the flavor is, but that's not usually where the spice is. I like to get all the seeds out because I don't like to crunch into those. Put on some gloves if you're sensitive to the capsaicin. You don't want to scratch yourself in the eyeball or, heaven forbid, a nether region. You won't soon forget that. For our cream cheese filling, take your block of cream cheese and get it out at room temperature. I'm going to put it in a mixing bowl, but I'm going to add to it some shallots and some spices. So I'm going to take a shallot and we're going to cut into this. And I'm just doing this by eye because that's how I cook. But you can do measurements and work it out what tastes best to you. I like a shallot. It's nice, gentle flavor. And I'm just going to cut them and dice it up, and well, I'm going to mince it up into small bits. A lot of my cooking videos, even though I am a gardening channel, do quite well for me. One of them that's quite successful is my sauerkraut video where I did a ferment. It's actually one of my most popular videos, and yeah, I'm real happy that that's doing well. Now you could put some fresh garlic in here, but I'm going to use granulated garlic and just sprinkle some in here to get some garlic flavor. And I'm using just basic cream cheese, but I'm going to add also some Oaxaca, some Mexican cheese. This is a cheese I really enjoy, and I'm going to set that aside for now until I get my cream cheese in there and kind of get an idea of how much we're working with. That's a little much, but better to have too much than not enough. Ideally, you want your cream cheese at room temperature so that it's more pliable, more easily mixed, but mine's a little still cold. But that's all right, we'll make do with what we got. And yeah, it's a little bit cold. I suppose I could try to put it in the microwave for 10 seconds and see if I could soften it up. That might prove disastrous, but hey, I'll take one for the team. I don't cook with cream cheese a lot. I'm going to put in some garlic powder, granulated garlic actually, not too much, about half a teaspoon maybe. I'm going to take some smoked paprika, some Spanish smoked paprika, and I just want a little bit of this for that smoky flavor. Something about smoked paprika is real nice. Not too much. About 1/4 teaspoon, maybe more if you really like it. And then I'm going to put some Oaxaca cheese in here. This is grated Oaxaca cheese. This is a cheese from Mexico. If you've never tried it, it's cheap, buy a bag. I'm going to put some in here. Again, I'm not measuring. I'm going to put about half the amount of the cream cheese. This will help to bind things together. This Oaxaca cheese has a saltiness that, kind of like mozzarella, it has sort of a saltiness that will help give you some savoriness. And so we'll start with that. I'm not going to put salt in this, but I am going to put a little bit of black pepper. And again, just till it feels right. I'm going to get a big old fork and I'm just going to start pressing this into one another and mixing it around. And yeah, maybe I should have let it come to room temperature. That's what we're after. I took it out and brought it to room temperature in the microwave. So we just want to mix this up so all those spices are distributed evenly throughout. And to do that, you'll notice a lot of your cheese sticks to the side. And well, let's dirty up one more instrument, one more piece of tool, and let's make sure we get it all off the sides. Mix it very thoroughly. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Looking at it now, I think we probably chose the right amount of peppers to slice open. I'm not going to waste any. That's our stuffing right there. Now this should be easy, but you know, it always seems to mystify me how I make stuff that's easy look difficult, and I can't do it very well. I'm just going to fill these up about halfway. Well, even with the half, and set it aside. We'll go through all of these and get them all filled up. Some people like them to overflow a bit, but I find they squish out when you try to eat them, so I'm just going to put in there a reasonable amount. What we're going to do once the bacon is on is you'll roast them in the oven at 425 for about 30 minutes. You want to take a look at them around 20 minutes. And what you're looking for is the bacon to be done the way you like your bacon done. I like bacon in all different ways, but on these I kind of like a little crisp to them. And it just gives me confidence that the bacon is fully cooked. But you do what you do. You know, if you like bacon a little bit tender, then by all means pull it out a little early. I'm glad I still have my gloves on. This is a messy process. I think I can get one more out of it. I can get two more out of this, but one ought to be enough. Okay, let's wrap them with bacon. I've just got some thin cut smoked bacon. Any kind of bacon will do. Some folks swear by thin cut. I find thin cut falls apart a little bit easy. And we're just going to take one and wrap it. Kind of go at an angle, spiral it down. One slice ought to wrap this whole thing. Some people use toothpicks, but this stuff will just lay on there just like that. There we have them, all wrapped up and ready to go in the oven. Make sure they're not touching each other. And we're going to put them in the oven. And I'm going to have it at 425F, and we're going to go for about 30 minutes. Okay, I went for about 35 minutes. And I think they're about where I want them. Yeah, and we've got some of that cheese spillage. That's okay. Let's put these on a plate. There is our final product. I'm going to let them cool down a little bit and we'll have a taste test. Garnish with a little pico de gallo. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. It's time to try them. They're a little bit warm. I let them cool down for another minute or so. But as I wait, if you're interested in the products I use to cook with and to garden with, I now have an Amazon shop. You can click the link down below, and if you buy any of the products out of my shop, you're supporting our channel, and I really appreciate it. So all my gardening products I recommend, not just stuff to make money, but stuff I actually recommend. And some of the cooking products I have used in my video, all down there. Thanks so much. All right, now for the big test. Cheers. Now, that filling is delicious. Because we added that Oaxaca cheese in there, it's not as tangy as cream cheese. There's a savoriness to it. There's a bit of a little bit of hint of salt. It's smooth and creamy. Those shallots in there are nice and caramelized, and the bacon is delicious. I'm waiting to see if the pepper, this new variety to me, this Pantera, is going to come back and bite me, because it's a slow building heat. Although we took most of the pith out, you never know. I tell you one thing though, this is delicious. I will make again. This is the best jalapeno popper filling that I've ever had. I can taste a little bit of that smokiness, both from the bacon and from the smoked paprika. Wow, this is the best pepper poppers I've ever had, and I'm kind of surprised by that. And I think the key to it is adding that Oaxaca cheese, because it really firms up the cream cheese and it doesn't gush out whenever you bite into it like some that just have cream cheese in them. And the addition of the garlic powder and the shallots, the paprika, the smoked paprika, really give it a nice flavor. It's a nice mellow but savory flavor, very satisfying. This is a winner. If you are interested in cooking this, just go for it and enjoy. Hey, thanks for joining me on Black Gumbo Southern Gardening, where we cook our crops and show you how we do that. If you'd like to learn how to grow a small garden in your backyard or a micro orchard in your backyard, subscribe to my channel and we'll show you how to do those things and how to cook them. Hey, happy gardening, happy cooking to you. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. I'm going to keep on eating. This is good. And no, the chili pepper is not too much. In fact, it's very mild. Can't stop there.